In this video, we're going to look at second normal form. So following on from the previous video where we looked at first normal form, this form is where we look for an individual attribute, in this case, that is unique for each instance of the object. All right, so I guess what an example of this would be is in our customer object, we have the email. And generally with most online systems, as a rule, we make it that every email should be unique. All right, so this is an example of what we will eventually call a primary key when we go to our ERD and our database table structure. So the email would be the primary key for the customer, in that any customer in our system can be identified purely by their email because it's unique to every instance of the customer. So that's what we want to look at, is for each of these tables, if we can identify a unique attribute, which would then form our primary key. So going left to right, so I guess right's already sorted, but publisher, I think it's fair to assume that there won't be two publishing houses with the same name, due to them being businesses, and businesses obviously have to register their name. So we can actually just use the name of the publisher as the primary key for the publisher table, which would therefore satisfy a second normal form. With our book, however, there is books that do occasionally have the same title. They may have different authors. They may have different prices. Some books have the same title and the same author, but they're a special edition or something, so the price is a bit more. So in this case, where we can't uniquely identify a particular book, we can add an ID, or we can add another field, which basically creates a unique identifier. And while we could add an ID, books actually have a unique ID number. It's called an ISBN. So if I double click to add, so ISBN. All right, and then I guess something I like to do, just so we can confirm that we do have our primary keys sort of set up, is I do like to put them at the very top, so that we can see that each book is identified by its ISBN. With the order, so again, we could have, in theory, the same customer order the same book, going to the same address in the same amount on the same day, which would obviously make it the same price. So we do need to add another attribute in here. And so this one we'll just call order ID. So it'll just be a uniquely generated number for each order, so that we always have some unique identifier for every order. And as we said, with the customer, we're just going to take their email. So now we've got the unique identifiers for each of our objects. We've achieved second normal form.